The Seamaster Diver 300 is one of my favorite watch designs of all time. It's really hard to make a dive watch that doesn't feel derivative of others in the category, but Omega was able to do it, and it's a design that has stood the test of time. In 2025, I bought 2 Seamaster Divers. In 2026, I need to take a break. I can't financially support the way I've been living. So today, I want to do a good old-fashioned listicle. Just my favorite Seamaster Diver 300 references, underrated gems, and I want to hear yours too. If you have a favorite Seamaster Diver 300 reference, if you're this deep in on OMEGA Seamasters as well, comment it down below. So, the Seamaster as we know it today was introduced in 1993 as a replacement for the Seamaster Diver 200, and this is really where the design code for this line was invented. The first gen featured the Omega lyre lugs, scalloped bezel, 5-link bracelet, and the ever-contentious helium escape valve at 10 o'clock. I mean, this really set the tone for the Seamaster. It looks almost the same to this day, and this was the era James Bond started wearing an Omega in 1995 GoldenEye. For first gens, I'd be looking more into the 2000s. Around 1997 to 1998, the luminescent material was upgraded from tritium to luminova, so it depends on how you want your watch to age, and the later variations are powered by the caliber 1120, which is based on the chronometer grade ETA 2892A2 modified by Omega. This is me being very biased. I have this watch. I love this watch. This is my most worn and arguably my favorite watch at the moment. Omega made a mid-size 36mm variation until 2018, and it's left a pretty notable gap in the modern catalog. These are dreamy to wear, especially on a smaller wrist. Here it is on my 5.5-inch wrist. It wears almost like the modern variation would on a 7.5-inch wrist. Great option for the itty-bitty wrist committee or someone who just wants more classical proportions. These are pre-coaxial, causing a much slimmer case profile, and available in quartz, which is pretty unique. For myself, I prefer the Seamaster being automatic. The specific reference I selected is automatic. If you follow this channel, you know I have a disgusting love affair with this specific reference. I also have the mid-size variation, but I think the larger 41mm should be the reference on this list. This is the most distinct Seamaster possibly ever made. It looks almost mil-spec, and I always describe it as Omega's answer to a lot of people's complaints. Gone are the skeleton hands, opting for sword, 3-link style bracelet rather than the 5-link, and very clear legible indices, now baton style. This is highly legible, tactical feeling, and honestly just a really cool reference. This is a watch person's reference. Speaking of which, I am in Dubai right now editing this video. It's Dubai Watch Week, so many amazing watches. This might be my favorite event I've ever been to. Video coming soon, but this also leads us to today's fabulous video sponsor, Surfshark. Surfshark is an app and browser extension that allows you to virtually place your device anywhere in the world. So maybe you're abroad, but you're knee-deep in British celebrity traders, and you can't miss an episode, but you can't access it wherever you are. That's where Surfshark comes in, change your location, and you are back in, baby. In fact, I've been using them for every step of this trip. I've used their price discrimination features to find the best prices on planes, hotels, and rental cars. And while working at the airport, there's a lot of risks using public Wi-Fi. But Surfshark encrypts your info so snoops and hackers and people like that can't get it. There's a lot of sensitive information on my computer. Surfshark Alert notifies you the moment your email ID, credit card, or other personal data gets leaked online. I don't know how computers work very well, but I know the hackers do, and this is why Surfshark is essential for me. If this sounds like something you need in your life, go to surfshark.com/gringa, the link is in my description, and use code GRINGA for an extra 4 months of Surfshark and a 30-day money-back guarantee. Use my link, use my gorgeous, fabulous link so they know I sent you, and thank you so much to Surfshark for sponsoring this video. Let's talk about the reference 225580 electric blue, or as industry professionals call it, electric Bugaloooo. This is another distinct reference enthusiasts love. So a lot of the design carryover from the previous model: sword hands, baton indices, 3-link bracelet, but a stainless steel bezel, do people call it a naked bezel? Kind of a naked bezel, and electric blue dial. It's like the 2250-450 sibling, who is a lot more fun. Before we move on, I really need to emphasize how fantastic of an era this was for Omega. I think late 90s, early 2000s Omega was one of the best. The build quality still rivals modern. When you pick one of these watches up, it still feels sturdy, well made. The bracelet construction is phenomenal, especially for the era. The Omega clasp and bracelet blew Rolex out of the water during this time. It's sad to see Omega has kind of let things slip in the bracelet department, and modern Rolex blows them out of the water, but that's neither here nor there. This is a great era. There's so much charm that can't be replicated, and pretty affordable for the amount of watch you're getting. Okay, that's a lot of old models. Let's talk about the current, and this is the GOAT, arguably the best of all time. I find sometimes talking about watches is a lot like talking about Formula One. People feel really nostalgic for what was, and the old eras of F1 were awesome. But this era is possibly the best of all time, the most entertaining of all time, and Fernando Alonso is still here. That's kinda what talking about the SMP is like. The 90s were great, and I know I just went on a sermon about how great they were, but the modern is something else. So, the current variation was introduced in 2018, celebrating the collection's 25th anniversary. This included a case size increase to 42mm from the previous 41mm, movement upgrade to in-house coaxial master chronometer 8800, which is MEDAS certified and highly anti-magnetic. Still featuring the design cues associated with this line, with the iconic wave pattern dial now laser engraved on polished ceramic, date window repositioned to 6 o'clock for a more balanced view, and the sapphire caseback to view the movement. This is the icon of the brand, built in the most modern way possible. It's so solid in hand, the specs are fantastic, the movement is exciting. Sure, people like me who overthink watches complain about the bracelet and the toothpaste cap style helium escape valve, but nitpicking aside, this is a phenomenal watch that deserves every bit of the praise it receives. I've kept my eye on this specific model for a while now, for years, and the price hasn't changed, at least not here in the UK. It has been £5,600 for the standard model on bracelet since about 2023. This is their top selling model, I'd argue the icon of the brand, and they are doing a lot to ensure that they protect the entry level price of this model. I am a big fan of films and watches coming together, and Omega has made a lot of cool watches celebrating this collaboration. But if I had to choose my favorite, and probably the most unique, it is the titanium No Time to Die. And I'd recommend it on the NATO strap, but it is also available on a Milanese bracelet. Controversial choice with the NATO, I know, but there is a couple reasons for this. For one, I'm not the biggest fan of their Milanese bracelet. I find it cumbersome around the clasp and a bit awkward, but that is because I have a smaller wrist diameter. I feel like Omega, one of the behemoths of the Swiss watch industry, should be releasing this on a better bracelet. They should have a better Milanese than this. And two, I feel like the NATO makes it so much more Bond and military feeling. I love the use of titanium, and this also features a unique dial layout. Removing the date, the Fotina makes it feel so warm and weathered, and most notably, at the 6 o'clock position is the broad arrow symbol, which is used to denote British government and military property. Is it dorky and fictional? Yes, but it's just a cool, cute thing, okay? It's a cool talking point with a fun movie franchise. If you find this too dorky, you can find a lot of Dirty Dozen watches, also featuring this symbol, and then it's rooted in real life, real history. Okay, so how many was that? I think I have 6 watches on there. There's so many more. There's so many great Seamaster references. As I said at the beginning of the video, if you have a favorite reference, comment it down below. Let's find more awesome Seamasters. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. Let me know in the comments if this is a series I should do more of. I was just experimenting with this. Thank you so much to Surfshark for sponsoring this video. Thank you to you for your viewership. And thank you to the gorgeous, fabulous, wonderful Pope tier patrons. Get their names on the screen. Oh yeah! These are the Pope tier patrons. The fabulous, gorgeous, wonderful Pope tier patrons. Thank you so much for supporting my weird little channel. As you know, if you're already a Pope tier patron, it's Christmas card time. I am compiling addresses. I'm about to send out Christmas cards to the Pope tier patrons. It's a part of this level, so if you want a Christmas card from me, go on over to my Patreon. I'll try to get it out in time. My finger hurts so much from writing these already, but you're worth it. You're worth it. Thank you so much for supporting my weird little channel. I hope you keep enjoying it. I love making these videos. I love making these Christmas cards, and we'll see you in the next one.